Hi everyone, welcome to this video where I'm basically working on this Mercedes C Class Coupe. So this is the kind of project I get up to on this channel, and there's plenty of other things as well, but let's see how it goes with this Mercedes C Class install. I just love the way the whole line and everything on the car is. Wouldn't mind one day, wouldn't mind one. But yeah, today doing an ambient light install. Now this car actually has no ambient lighting on it at all, so it's going to be a bit of a transformation. We're going to do the vents front and rear, as well as the doors, the dash and center console and footwells. So quickly show you guys around what it all looks like at the moment, and then we'll go from there. So as you guys can see, with the doors at the moment, they're pretty much just standard doors, not really a huge amount going on with them. And with the dash, normally on the Mercedes you do have the ambient lighting underneath here and sometimes along underneath the door cards there, but this car doesn't have that as an option. Quite surprising because it has a lot of other things option for it, but it is what it is. Turn off all the interior lights because we're gonna have the doors open and all sorts. Don't want to drain the battery, but I'm gonna jump into just stripping the car apart and getting the car where I needed to get to. So the one nice thing is pillarless doors makes your life a little bit nicer. So here's what we've got to do with regards to removing the door card off. You've got a little cover just inside here, which if you've got long enough nails, which actually surprisingly, I only just cut my nails the other day, but it's still able to get into the groove. You've got a T30 there and one just in this corner here. Hard to see, but it is there. Once you take those two off, you'll be able to use trim removal to get the whole door card off. Got the one just here, second one just in through this cap. So it's my favorite tool. Try to find a nice spot to go in through. So could just start up in this corner area. Let's do a little more at the bottom. Right, that's it. We can start popping off the whole thing. There is a really strong plastic one just in around this corner area, so you got to pull on this quite firmly to get it off. Once you got the door card off, this is the plastic one that I was talking about. If you are able to get your hand in here and just pull on this, it will allow you to slide the door card off, but it's quite difficult to do that, so you might be better off just trying to squeeze that out. Here we've got a few T20 screws. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You take those off and you'll end up with a piece like this, which will just pop off. It's a little bit tight. You got a few clips holding it in place, so you just want to make sure you've undone those. This is the main clip that you gotta just undo, and yeah, the whole thing will just pop off then. And once you've got all that off, you just gotta drill a small hole into this corner, and that will allow you to put the fibre optic through nicely. So that's what I'm just gonna sort out doing now. I've got the drill bit in place, so just literally drill a hole just in this corner. So I'm trying a different mount today. Hopefully this one's good, but yeah, right. So we're gonna start off just over here. Gonna undo this guy. And the two clips, bada bing bada boom. Just that one. We've got two T20s just in there, so I gotta take those off. Just gonna do all of these and boom, happy days. Right, so taking apart the glove box, remove the side trim panel here. It's got a couple of screws just up here and here, and then the rest are at the bottom. So I'm going to take apart the footwell area next. So everyone, once you get, there's 3 screws inside, one there, and actually another one just over here. You got to remove the lower footwell compartment cover. That's just got the one screw holding it here and then a few clips on the side. And you got a final screw just up in the back corner here, and like I mentioned earlier, there's one screw there. Once you've done all of that, this should just pop off like this. Perfect. Just undo this clip, and there is your glove box removed. So this is where I'm tapping into on the doors. We've got the red for the live and the brown for the earth. Basically the same as it is on the saloons. And here's how it looks on the back over here of the door card. So we've got the fibre optic coming through the hole. I've just thinned it out so it comes through nicely. And when you flip it round, you can see the fibre optic is going to come all the way across, down nicely across the whole door. And I think that's just going to look real nice once it's all done. I'm gonna get this door all buttoned up and get the actual ambient light kit fitted onto it. So you've got the fibre optic slots which go onto there, and then the ends of it I'm gonna connect the T connectors on, and we'll just basically put this door back together. So here's what we're looking at for the doors. As you can see, the T connectors just tapped into there. I've got this ready to go on, and the other end of it is just over here. So that's all good. Up next is going to be putting this door back together, and then the doors are at least going to be done. So do the same on both doors. And then what we're going to focus on is everything with regards to the center console. One of the next steps that I wanted to do was the ambient lighting across the center console. So you can actually squeeze the fiber optic against the black and the silver trim here, and it just presses in nicely. The original one normally goes in this groove just here, but it's quite a thick groove, so this won't fit in there perfectly. But having it right up against it here means that it'll be quite nice, vibrant. It'll be right up there with regards to how it's going to look from this side. It'll do a nice little glow. And up next, we're going to be removing these vents. So they're a bit awkward. You got to kind of squeeze in these 4 points in different ways. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. They all need to be removed together. I need to use both hands for those. So 1, 2, 3, get those 3 off, and then we can look at sorting out the rest of the wiring. So that's the reason why you take off the glove box, so that you can feed the wires for the vents across through there and down into the actual center console. It's just a little bit easier and better that way, instead of having to really struggle around the vents and stuff inside there. This is the front vents wiring, so it's actually an app controlled one, which is great because it allows you to, you know, connect it up to the car without needing to code anything or go crazy in that sense. It will allow the owner to also have 2 tone in essence, because there'll be 2 apps that they'll have. So the doors will be running off one app and these will be running off another app. Current setup at the moment, what's happened is I've removed the screen just like I did on the saloons. So you're just gonna take that cover off, the 2 screws, and then it pops off. Take off the silver trim, and I've fed the fiber optic through down the side, pulled it out through here, so that's where the light is going to basically feed from and go all the way across. So it's nice and hidden away behind everything. So I'm just going to literally get this all cut up to shape, get rid of the reel, and start doing all the wiring. So the cigarette lighter wires is what I'm going to tap into. The ambient lighting, everything will basically be turning on at night. I'm going to do the vents as normal, and then the rest of the doors and stuff as just nighttime, because I think that will just give it a nice real clean look. You know, during the day you can see the vents, and then during the night the whole thing will just glow up nicely. So everyone, before we put on the brand new vents, we need to take these silver pieces off the old one. You've got access to a couple of points just over here where you can release the silver clip and the black clip just around here, and then you should be able to just pull them apart. So grabbing that section or from the sides and just wedge it out. We will be using the rings from the old one. You just pop them. So this is the new light. You can just take off the new ring. But yeah, so you can be used on the C Class Coupe, Saloon, and Convertible, and also the GLC. So I think it just depends on which one you're using it for. But right, so we got to put the old ring and the housing over, and we've got to find, so that part goes on the bottom. You got to basically match it up so that it sits back how it was previously. Right, this should be better. There we go. Oh, did you hear that nice little snap? So that's it. Yeah, so that's how you get the vents all ready. That's the new one ready to go back onto the dash. But before I pop this in. I'm actually gonna put this all back together because the wiring we can just connect up here and then slot it all back into place. You can just push these back in. It's better to do it that way than put these in than have to take them out again. So everyone, take off the side vents as well, which I've done before on a previous video. We just pop them off, and this is the wiring that I've kind of just sorted out. So most of it is powered to the main live. The vents are powered to the main live, but only the ambient lighting on the sides and dash have been powered to the cigarette headlight live. So they're only going to turn on when everything else goes to night mode. So that's the next step. Right, I'm going to carry on with this because this is taking a lot longer than I wanted it to. So let's go. So everyone, I just wanted to say thank you all for watching to this point. This install was actually done around summer 2021, I feel like. And yeah, there's been a lot of things changed since then. I have actually done another install with a W205 Coupe. That was done with an LED bead kit, so that video will be coming out in the near future. I am sorry about the delays with regards to uploading some of these videos. There's just so much going on for me at the moment. I'm trying my best to keep on top of all the messages and emails and you know, just these installs and actually replying back, and editing these videos is another big thing that comes across as something that you just do, but everything takes time, and that's basically the main thing for me at the moment. It's just not having enough time. But yeah, I hope you all have enjoyed this video. I hope that, you know, you guys can see the way I'm trying to explain things. I know some things might not be fully clear in the install videos, but when you actually get along with doing the installs yourself, it'll make a little bit more sense. There's a lot of things that come to working with the cars that you just kind of start feeling a rhythm for. Some of the things that I might not show perfectly clearly will make more sense when you actually come to doing the installs yourself. One thing I did realize when editing this video that I didn't fully discuss was how I went about the wiring loom. So there's two long wires that go across to the external vents, and then the three shorter ones are for the ones in the actual center console. So you just pass those along over through, in essence, the footwell, trim and stuff, and then it goes over into the actual areas for the vents. And then the three in the middle, you just bring the three up. As I showed you earlier, with regards to the glove box, you just get it through, and then you can be able to comfortably with your arms, without hurting yourself too much, get it on. That's why removing the glove box is so beneficial in that regards. Oh, if you are interested in getting an install done, just hit me up on Instagram. There is a website coming out soon, so that will be something that you guys can all look into going through and being able to submit a request for an installation and stuff. Links for everything are in the description down below if you want to tackle this yourself. Yeah, everyone, I hope you all have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. If you feel like I could have done anything differently, leave it in the comments down below, and I will always try to make improvements, especially for future uploads. Consider subscribing to my channel to see more car content from me. Might be installs, might be other car work, might be working on this bad boy, could be loads of different things. This car will actually be getting painted up soon, so that'll be something fun to follow along. But right, everyone, I look forward to seeing you all in a future video. Peace out. Bye.